Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. My name's Sharon Kelly, and today's class is a Pilates inspired class. On the floor, you will need a squishy ball. If you don't have a squishy ball, a cushion. If you don't have that, don't worry, you're going to get a great workout. And some weights. And if you don't have weights, soup cans work just as well. So let's get started. We're going to work with I won't use the ball straight away. We're just going to do a bit of shoulder mobilisation work. So what I would like you to do is come into 4-point kneeling, soft elbows, knees under hips, and then shoulders over your wrists. All I want you to do first is just do a couple of cat-cows. So let's just breathe in, lift the chest, and slide the shoulder blades down our back. And then breathe out, push the floor away and draw the belly button in as you draw your chest to your stomach. Sit, stretching out the shoulders, breathing in, just work nice and slowly, and breathing out. And she'll do one more. And out. Okay, now coming to a nice flat back, okay, so we're not dipping down and we're not overarching. We want to keep the back nice and neutral. We're going to keep the elbow slightly bent. We're not moving that elbow joint. All we're going to do is practice some protracting and retracting of the shoulder blades. So all I want you to do is to let the chest sink down between your shoulders so the shoulder blades come together, and then we're going to lift the chest up out of our shoulders, not moving the elbows. So we're going to retract the shoulder blades. I think that's the right way. Bring chest down. And then we're lifting up and we're opening up the shoulder blades as we lift up. I find this really hard sometimes because I feel like I'm bending my elbows. But it doesn't matter, let's just play with it today. It's just all about getting a little bit more shoulder mobility. And let's do one more. It's a bit of thinking work, isn't it? And remember, abs are still engaged. All right, come back so the shoulder blades are nice and flat. So this time we're going to sink the chest through. Now it's like we're doing a circle. We're going to bring the chest in front of the shoulders, bring it around, open up the shoulder blades, and then come back through. So we'll do 3. Now, you might be better at this because I am so trying not to bend the elbows, but I just feel like I am. Okay, and let's go the other way. Sink down, pull back. So think about the work just coming from gliding those shoulder blades together as we sink down and around and opening them up as we come up. Let's do one more. I don't know about you guys, this is such a lot of work on my shoulders. All right, let's just come back to a quick child's pose here and stretch the hands forward and just give them a quick rest. Okay, let's go into threading the needle. So we're going to bring the arms through. We're going to get the shoulder on the mat and drop the head. Excellent. And bring it up and lifting the arm up as high as you can. So we'll do 2 more. And this is the last one on this side. And give it a stretch up. Squeeze the shoulder blade together. Okay, bring the arm down. Let's go to the other side. So thread it through. And it doesn't matter if you can't get your head down, just work to that direction. Bring it up. Keep the shoulder squared to the floor. Coming through. I feel a nice stretch here. Coming up. All right, guys, this is the last one. That's it all the way down. Enjoy. And coming up. Excellent. Okay, now what I want you to play with here is we're going back into child's pose. But what we want to do is we're going to push the hands into the floor, and we're using our hands as resistance as we push our hips back into child's pose. So you should be feeling the hips, the shoulders. Okay, now what I want you to do is imagine you're dragging your hands towards you, but you're actually not. But you're using your hands to bring yourself, it's not using your hands, but you're using the hands as a bit of traction to bring yourself back up to 4-point kneeling. So push the hands away, so you're feeling the shoulders. So it's the shoulders doing all the work. I'm sorry I'm cueing it with the hands, but it's probably the only way I can get my head around it at the moment. Okay, so drag the hands, they're not moving, drag them towards you, pull yourself up, use the shoulders. Okay, let's just do one more. Push the hands away, so engage the shoulders. I've got this horrible feeling that my t-shirt's up and you can see my belly. All right, guys, last one coming up. All right, let's just come into a nice child's pose. Oh no, it's not too bad. Reaching the hands out. Now, let's lift the palms up so you're in that position. And then probably open the knees up slightly and see if we can get down a little bit lower. So just working through those shoulders. Look, if it feels good, you could just let your hips go side to side. But I'm really pressing those fingers into the floor. All right, palms down, just stretch the hands away. Okay, how's that feeling? Love getting more mobility into anything I do. So shoulders is really important. So let's go into some ab work. What I'm going to get you to do is just gently roll down one vertebrae at a time. Just take your time, feel the spine open up and down. All right, should feel nice. So supporting your head, we're going to lift the shoulders off the mat. Now, we're not moving from the waist down. We want to actually keep the hips nice and stable here and our feet planted on the floor. So all we're going to do is let the head rest in your hand so there's no strain in your neck. Bring the elbow down towards the hip, coming back to the center, and other side. That's it. So what we're doing is we're really cinching in, squeezing into that waist, into the waist. Now, I'm just going to explain something. It might not happen to you, and because I can't get feedback, sometimes I just have to explain what's happening with me. I tend to start to try and hold my head instead of letting it rest into my hands. So just remember, just let the head go. Lift the shoulders up. Let's do 3 more to each side. And over, drawing the belly is pulling into the floor. Hoping you're feeling your side waist, are you? Last one, staying stable in the hips and coming back. Excellent, just roll down. Now, let's let the neck and shoulders go from side to side. So once again, bring the hands back behind your head, support your head. What we're going to do here is we're going to breathe in, and as we breathe out, we're going to come up. We're going to lift the leg up. So the leg is going straight in front, keep the knees about level, and we want to twist our shoulder towards that knee, bring our torso back. We're going to place the knee down and then roll the shoulders back down. So we're going to go to the other side. We're going into the crunch. Abdominals are working. Lift the leg, straighten it, rotate your shoulder towards the knee, come back to center, bring the knee down, the foot down, and roll back down. Lifting up, so breathing out, lift the leg, rotate the shoulder towards the knee, rotate back to center, bring the leg down, and bring the shoulders down. Coming up, rotate, good. Coming back to center, bring the leg down and bring the torso down. Let's do 3 more sets. It's a lot more work because we're going slower. We're keeping the leg up and bring the leg down and down. Come on, pull the tummy down. Lift the leg, point the foot away, rotate the shoulders, keep the elbows nice and wide. Leg comes down, rolling down. 2 more. What we really have to work on is pulling that belly down to the floor, which protects your lower back as well. Pull the tummy down, lift the leg, rotate. Hips are staying nice and stable. Bring the leg down. We've got 1 more to each side. Tell me, are you feeling your abdominals here? I can hear you shouting into your screen. Well, hopefully you're hearing people shout into this screen. And coming down. All right, let the neck go from side to side. So now we're going to go back into those side waist movements. Now, if you're feeling really strong and you don't have any issues with your neck, you can just come down and do it this way. I'm actually going to swap my hand that's supporting my head. I'm just not feeling that strong in the neck at the moment. So breathing in, breathe out to come up. So we're bringing the hand down towards the heel. I'm bringing my hand up and I'm going to the other side. You might just be going from side to side. But let's do 3 more sets. Come on, feeling that waist. Bring the hand right down. Okay, guys, this is it. Last one. Cinch into that waist. Belly pulling down and coming down. Okay, bring the neck and shoulders down. Let it go from side to side. We're going to finish the abs here just with some bicycle movements. As she says, just bicycle movements. Yuck. But I'm hoping I'm feeling mine. All right, so you can do them this way. So keeping the foot on the floor. So let's do a couple this way. Let's go for 3 more sets. I'm hoping you're feeling the belly pull into the floor. Last one. All right, come down. Now you can repeat that or else you can bring the shoulders off the mat. Let me know which set you got to, or do a bit of both. So legs are coming into tabletop. And we're going straight into bicycles. Work on straightening the leg away from you. Bring the shoulder to the knee. All right, guys, have we got 3 more sets? Yes. And 2. Keeping the elbows wide. And last 1. Okay, roll down. Let's bring the knees into the chest and just open up the lower back. Stretch it. And let's just do a quick stretch for our abdominals. So bring the arms overhead. And what we're doing here is we're arching the back. Okay, so nice big arch of the back. Okay, excellent. All right, just coming up, what we want here is we're going into our bridge work. We won't use the mini ball today. It's good when you know exactly what you're doing. As I said, you could use heavier weights here. I'm probably not because it's the end of the week for me. So the first thing I want you to do is let's just roll through the spine. So we're going to press the lower back into the floor and we're going to peel the spine off the mat, bone by bone, lifting our hips up as high as we can, pressing the feet down into the floor. Now, rolling down 1 vertebrae at a time. I'm going to do 2 more slow. So if your back has got any irritation, just be very careful what we're doing next. Peel the spine off the mat. Bring the arms overhead. And then we want to just roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Bring the arms back towards the hips. Let's do 1 more, slow and steady. Bring the arms overhead. I always find this feels so nice. And then rolling down 1 vertebrae at a time. All right, so the next exercise is a little bit, it's fun. Let's put it that way. We're coming up into our bridge. Now all we're going to do is dip 1 hip down. Squeeze the glute, stand on your foot and bring it up. Other side, and lift up. So it's actually like as you lift the hip up, you're standing on your foot. That's it, stand up. It's not really, but you know. Right. And this should 8 and 7. Come on, push up, stand on the foot. And let's do 4 and 2, sorry, and last one. Lift up a little bit more, stand on your feet, squeeze the glutes, and then just gently roll down. I've got some interesting bridge work next time I do this work. Do a class. Okay, let's bring the hands out to the side. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into a press. As we bring the arms down, we're coming into our bridge. Now, all you want is the backs of the arms touching the floor and coming back up. We're only tapping the floor lightly with our hips, and we're standing on our feet as we come up. Now, my weights are quite light. I'm a wuss, so I hope yours are a bit heavier. But sometimes you just got to listen to your body, and today is one of those days. Let's go for 5 and 4. Open up the chest. And 3 and 2 and 1. Excellent. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to have enough room. Oh, well. I want you to come out and bring the hands together. So I'm just dipping my hips down a little bit. So we're going to go all the way out to a fly and come up. I might just move a little bit forward. So little dips. That's it. Open up the arms, out pressing, little squeezes on the glutes as you lift up, but you want to feel the chest expand here. Keep the abs nice and engaged. Let's go for 10, 9, standing on your feet, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, come on, 3, lifting up, 2, and 1. Now, you might want to bring your feet together. We're going to bring the elbows on top of our shoulders. We're still staying in that bridge. So what we're going to do, actually, let's bring the arms back a little bit so they're more in line with the top of your head. And we're going to go into an extension with the arms, and we're going to lift the hips at the same time. That's it. So really want you to squeeze the tops of the arms as you lift those weights up. You could even, if you wanted to here, bring the weights together and do it this way. All right, guys, come on. The work is as we straighten the elbows. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Come on, lift up those hips. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Let's roll down and bring the weights down to your side. Good work. And we're going to come up to a seated position. Okay, we're going to go into some seated pretzel work. So the way we're going to work with that is we're bringing our leg into a 90-degree angle, okay? Now this leg, depending on your flexibilities, we're aiming to get it back behind us. So I'm hoping that you've got it back behind your hand, it's back behind that hip. If you can't, that's fine, just leave it where it is because you can work up to that because you never want to hurt yourself. The other way you can do this is you can come down and follow along in side lining as well. So when we're up seated like this, it's a lot of work. But as we lean over, so you might even bring your hand out here, it gets a little bit easier. And it's not easier, it's just where you need to start. So first, let's play around with the hip. Roll it back, push the hip, the glute, squeeze it and roll forward and bring it forward. So rolling back and squeeze. Now, let's squeeze, so you should be feeling it already. Let's do 3. Now, what I love about this is you've got to keep the abs engaged and it's really isolating through the hips. And last one. All right, bring it back. Now, let's come forward. All I want you to do is lift the knee. So if you're feeling anything in your waist, lean over a little bit. Otherwise, try and see how tall you can keep your torso. So squeeze the glute to lift the knee, okay? So it's 2 things are happening. We squeeze and lift at the same time. Abs are engaged. Yes, it's great, isn't it? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now what we're going to do is we're going to lift the hip and the knee at the same the knee and the foot, ankle at the same time. So rolling forward, squeeze the glute. I might come down just slightly here, and we're just lifting up. That's it. Try and keep them level, so the knee and the ankle are level. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3. Feel the abs engage. 1. Now flex the foot, so toes forward to me. And what we're going to do is push the foot back as far as we can, and then we're doing little pulses back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Come down on your side. I want you to flex the foot. Now, let's just play with this hip for a minute. So we're bringing the leg in towards our belly, and then we're pushing the foot away. So bring it in and away. So you should be feeling this quite strongly in around your waist. Let's just do one more. So the reason I want you to do that is because we want the leg away. We're not cinching it in. Okay. Strong leg, it's lead, okay? Push through that heel. We're going to tap the floor down, squeeze the glute and lift up. That's it. Now, if you're here, lift out of your shoulder. You can also put your head down. Let's go for 9. Keep the hips stacked, shoulders are stacked, abs are engaged. And 5. Come on, we should be feeling this work. You should be screaming at me. 2. And 1. Okay, bring it up. Point the toe. Now remember that hip is lengthening away from you, from the hips and the glutes. Little circles. Yes. Keep the knee straight. 2 more. All right, let's go back the other way for 6, 5, 4. Lengthen the leg. 3, 2, and 1. How was that? Oh, okay, gently. Just let it come down, just let it ease out. Give it a bit of a pounding if it needs to have one. Bring the knee towards you, little twist. Just don't force it. We've actually done a lot of work there, so just let it ease out. Okay, let's go to the other side, because that's always fun, isn't it? So pretzel, what am I doing? So, and also just remember, we're so different with our hips on each side. That's why we're doing that little test. So try and get into the position, but, just listen to your body first and remember your options. So the first thing is we're going to roll that hip back, okay? I have to get a little bit more forward. And then we're going to squeeze the glute and push the hip forward. So let's just do a couple, just play with that. You might be feeling really good here. All right, last one. Okay, roll it back. Just let it sink back for a minute. Let's push it forward. Okay, so all we're going to do here is lift the knee, but we squeeze the glute, which lifts the knee. Let's go. And just remember, they're going to be different on both sides. 10, 9, 8. Get the abs working. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Give it a roll back for a second. Bring it forward. So now we're going to lift the knee and the ankle. Same level, same time. Let's go. Oh. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, bring the toes so they're flexing the foot and they're towards me. Put the foot back as far as you can. That's your starting point. Then a little push back. So you're squeezing into that glute to push the foot back. Oh, it's good, isn't it? 6, 5, 4, 3. Good work. 2 and 1. Okay, let's all come over to the side. Right, let's just have a play. So flex the foot. Let's just have a play with the hip again. So we're going to draw the leg into our belly, and then we're going to push it away. So it's a sideways movement in and out. We're not moving sideways that way. We're moving sideways in. Let's do one more and then push it away. So we've got to open up through that hip. Tap the floor down, flex the foot, squeeze the glute, lift up. Now, remember, knees straight, as long as you're not getting any sensitivity. Legs should feel like lead. So imagine you've got weights on your ankle. You don't need them. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Point the toe. Leg lengthens away again. Circles, all coming from that hip joint. Tiny is better. 2, 1. Let's go the other way. Are you loving this work? And last one. I can imagine. No. But you know it's good for you. We'll have buns of steel shortly. All right, push the hip down. Just breathe in, breathe out. Just be very, very gentle. Okay, now we've got a couple more things to do. We're going to go into 4-point kneeling. Now, if you do have knee irritation, you can follow along with a chair here as well. You don't have to be on the floor. We will need your ball and you'll need one weight. So I'm just going to, and if you can, tuck your toes. Get that stretch between the toes. It's something we just don't get enough mobility through our toes these days. We're going to place the ball under our knee. And we're going to bring one weight really close by. So nice straight spine, soft elbows. So what we're doing is we're going to squeeze the ball and we're just going to lift up, okay? Tap the knee down. Keep the hips stable. That's it. Okay, shall we go for 8? 4. We've already done 4. 3. That's it. Come on, use your abdominals here to control the movement. And 1. Okay, bring the ball down. Grab your weight. We're going into a tricep kickback. So we want the weight near our shoulder and we're going to straighten the arm, squeeze the upper arm and bring it back. Now, once you see what I'm doing, square your shoulders off to the floor. Engage the abdominals. And let's go for 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Okay, you guessed it. We're doing both of them together now. So we're going to come up and down. So very much a balance challenge. If you don't want to do them together, just go back to the favourite one. Let me know. Was it the hamstring or was it the triceps? 2 and 1. Good work. Okay, now we're going to go to the other side. Hey, yay, yay, yay. Bring that ball behind your knee. I'll stay this way because you've sort of seen what I was doing. Have the weight over there waiting for you. And if you don't want to use a weight, don't use it. Okay, so what we're doing is we're going to dig the toes down. We're going to squeeze it up. That's it. So hips are level to the floor. So it's squeezing the ball with the calf. Let's do 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Well done. Staying there. Grab the weight. So squeeze the arm into your ribs. Bring the weight up to your shoulder. Do your kick back and bring the weight back to the shoulder. So basically we're bending the elbow, we're straightening the elbow. Okay guys, can we do 4 more? 4. I can hear you saying yes. 2. And last one. Now let's bring them together. A lot of stability work here. Engage through the core. And 4, 3, come on, 2, lift the knee up. And last one. Excellent. Good work. We're just about finished. I'm sure you're really happy to hear that. Let's get rid of the ball, get rid of the weight. Coming down. Actually, just do a quick child's pose. Just stretch out the lower back a little bit. Take some breathing. Enjoy. All right, let's come down into a prone position. Just let me get rid of this mic. Okay. What I'd like you to do is bring the hands by your chest and push them gently into the floor so the shoulders draw down towards your hips. Now, straighten the left leg or whichever leg Squeeze the glute, and we're just doing lifts up. Now, abdominals are lifted up. So imagine you've got fire under your belly. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go straight into the other side. So my toes are poking into the floor. That's it. Try and keep that knee straight. Lifting the belly. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, coming back to the first side, I want you to lift it up, out, tap it down, and bring it back. We're not tapping down again, so we're keeping it up high. That's it. Lift the belly. Keep the neck long. So we're squeezing with the glutes, and we've got 3. Now, if you're getting sensitivity in your lower back, you may need to stop, and 1. Let's go straight into the other side. So we're going to tap it down out to the side, lift it up to bring it back towards the other leg. Come on, straight leg. I feel my leg bending. 4. Well, we're nearly there. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's come into a quick child's pose. And push the hands away. And just breathe. Well done, guys. We're going to do a little bit of stretching here, but you've done a great job. Thank you. I think everyone's a superstar when you get to this part of the class, especially with YouTube, because you can turn me off at any time. So if you're still here, thank you. Let me know. Okay, so let's just roll down onto our lower back. Our back onto our back. Give yourself a rest. Let the neck go from side to side. Give yourself a clap. You did well. This is easy, this bit. So let's bring the leg into the chest and draw the shin down towards the chest. So there's pressure on our shin to bring it in. Bring the leg into the chest. Just take some deep breaths. We don't want to force our stretching. We just want to do it with ease. Let's just do a couple of deep breaths here. All right, let the ankle roll around. And let's swap directions. Bit of cracking, did you hear it? All right, we want to lift that leg up. Now, what I would like you to think about is this hip is pushing down into the floor and the heel is pushing up into the ceiling. So it's that rubber band effect. We're pushing and pulling at the same time. Grab your leg, relax your upper body. Just take a breath in, just enjoy this. Now, let's just bend the knee and straighten. Push the heel into the ceiling and the hip back down into the floor. So it's a tiny bend, and then we're going to stretch. So I'm feeling my hamstring quite well here. I hope you are. And last one. Relax your upper body. Breathe. Just draw the leg a little bit closer towards you and just hold it. Take some deep breaths. That's it. And if the leg feels like, when you feel like you can bring it closer, bring it closer. If it doesn't and you're just at your point where you are, because we don't want to force it, stay there. You know, over the years, I've found stretching such a fickle exercise. I don't know how to explain it. Bring the shin into the knee, into the chest. Push the shin into the chest. That's it. And the reason being is, I now circle the ankle. I used to stretch every day and I would just get worse. Then I started stretching every second day and I was getting better. Swap sides. So I figure it's just something you've got to be gentle on your body with. All right, are we ready? We're going to straighten this leg. And we're so different on this I am between this side and this side. Hip pushes down, heel pushes up into the ceiling. Now, little bend to the knee and then open up behind the knee, pushing the hip into the floor and the heel into the ceiling. Little bend and open up. Nice and relaxed. Don't push it. That's it. Enjoy. All right. Now take a breath, and all I want you to do is to draw that leg towards you. Relax your upper body. Just find that sweet spot. We've all got one somewhere, I think. All right, and bend the knee. Okay, what we'll do is cross the legs over, connect with your abs. So pull them down as you lift the legs up, grab hold of your shins, and we're going to pull them down and apart. Take a couple of deep breaths. That's it. You might feel like rolling from side to side. Whatever floats your boat at this point is good. Swap them over. A couple of deep breaths. Just roll from side to side if that feels okay. Excellent. Bring the legs into the chest and stretch the lower back. Feels nice. And then in your own time, we're just going to roll up to a seated position. And let's just breathe in. And as we breathe out, just stretch our shoulders, stretch our hands up to the ceiling. Good. Breathing in, bring them down. Let's do it again. Breathing out and in. And let's do one more. And this time, let's bring the arms back. Come all the way back. Give yourselves a big clap. Well done. Thank you for joining me today.